Big fish, small pond, days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. I'm as famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Oh, who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Oh, my goodness. We are so happy you're here. My favorite night of the week. Hi, Danielle. Danielle from Dee's Enlightened Edits. She is the first one in. Magically, she has appeared before anyone else. But that's not unusual for Danielle because she is a spiritual medium, a healer, a teacher, a reader. She's incredible. Um, those of you that check into our show regularly know how much we love Danielle. And we cannot say enough about what Danielle does. If you want to find Danielle and get a reading yourself, I had the quantum reading. I mean, 5 stars, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. There is nothing else I can say. And she will record it for you and send it to you so you can watch it as many times as you like. And it's mind blowing. That's all I can say about Danielle. Mind blowing. Do yourself a favor. It will make you feel better. It will put your mind at ease, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing for your soul. So, well, Danielle, that was not my intention, but if you are, well, that's good too. I'm telling you, I only tell the truth, Danielle, as you know. I'm not a very good liar. So, and I have no reason to. I only do this because I really believe in what I believe in. Um, Whatever I promote on the show, I promote because I want to. It's all things I believe in and people I believe in. So I know, sweetheart, I know that. So yeah, do yourself a favor. So many of my family members and friends have checked out Danielle, and more are coming. There more are on their way. So, oh my God, look at this. Okay, Leo, thank you. I am beside myself with excitement over this poster here. So this designed, by the way, by Anthony Fett, who I always use for my posters. This is a show I am doing in Boston, which is, I grew up in Boston. The show is called Bringing It Back to Beantown. That's our nickname for Boston. Bostonians know that we call it Beantown. It's a club cafe, which is such a beautiful, beautiful, pristine space on Columbus Avenue in Boston in the South End. Oh my God, there's Rena Cugnelli Berger, who, by the way, Rena, just as the show was starting, I noticed that you posted it on your wall. You are the most amazing. Rena said, I have tickets for May 18th already. Okay, great. So May 18th, which is a Thursday, I was able to book a spot there. It's really hard to get in there because they are booked solid. But the wonderful owners there offered me Thursday night, May 18th, which is perfect because my birthday is May 21st. And Thursday night is a night I do not work. So Lynn Portis, you see her in the poster. She is on my shoulder, as she has been for the last 32 years. She is my angel. Lynn Portis is my best friend and musical director. She will be with me for the show. She'll be playing for me as well as doing some things of her own. And what I'm calling this, so what this show is, it's a cabaret show, of course, but I'm singing, I'm telling stories, and I said song stories and sentimental journeys, because a lot of people, I left there 32 years ago to move to New York, and I haven't seen a lot of people, believe it, in all those years. You know, my old buddies that I performed with, or we've stayed in touch, but it'll be such a beautiful experience to go back and perform and have people in the audience that I really, really love from all different parts of my life, friends, family, people that supported me, people that hired me. So I'm looking forward to seeing you. And as Leo is scrolling underneath there, you can, and I will also post it on my wall now. So you go to clubcafe.com, you go to /events, and then Maria Gentili on the date, May 18th. And you can get tickets right there. The tickets are only $20. I swear there's no catch. It's $20. And then if you get them at the door, it's $25. That's why buy them ahead of time. And if you want to drink, you can drink. They also have food. Food you can get before or after, I think. But in that particular room, it's called the Moonshine Room. It's in the back. It holds 100. So let's do it, folks. Let's get that room going. And literally, I've been dreaming about it. I've been dreaming about daydreaming and night dreaming about how excited I am about it. So thank you ahead of time if you buy tickets. It will mean the world to me. And some of my New York friends said that they were going to come too. Can you believe that? Chauncey Dandridge wants to come. Oh my God, there he is. Who is Chauncey Dandridge, you might ask? He is not only the light and sound person at Stonewall, not only the DJ extraordinaire, probably the most popular DJ that I know in the whole city, and he spins everywhere. But he is also Mr. March in our 2023 Nothing But the Apron calendar for What's the Story with Maria. Leo and I worked tirelessly on this. Now, Leo much more tirelessly than I did because he had to comb through many pictures to pick the best one, and he was fanning himself a lot. That's all I'm going to say. So Chauncey Dandridge is there. How much are the calendars? They are 15. If you buy it from me and you're in the city and I can deliver it to you, if you need me to mail it out to you, it costs about $5. So $20. What the hell can you get for $20? Not much. Well, I'll tell you what you can get for $20: a ticket to the Maria Gentili bringing it back to Beantown show at Club Cafe on May 18th. So I think Melissa Driscoll and her wife Leonie are thinking about coming because they said, well, we haven't been to Boston in a while. We'd love to go. We have a lot of friends that visit Boston. So if you have any questions about the show, please reach out to me and I will give you information. There's a birthday show. Bostonians better get their tickets. Thank you, Danielle. How sweet is Danielle? So my birthday will be 3 days later. I'm excited. Thursdays are lucky. Really? Jupiter days. Who knew? Well, apparently Danielle knew, as she is our spiritual guide. And she knows about astrology. She knows about tarot cards. She knows spirit animals. She does it all. As I said, I had the quantum session and it literally blew my mind. But it also made me feel really warm and taken care of. And I felt like there were people up there that were with me. And I felt like it also helped me in my daily life. It wasn't just about the other side. It was about, it's just go, Leo. You were going to say something?
Point of gossip and information.
Gossip?
Doesn't Miss Danielle sing?
What? Well, I know that she's a huge fan of the Carpenters, as are we. And she has many times sent me Carpenters things, especially at Christmas. She sent me the Christmas, and you got it too, the Christmas show, which I loved. But now, is this something I didn't know that Danielle sings?
She's got a voice. I know she's got a voice. I just
Danielle,
wondered if
you little rascally rabbit,
gotten on stage yet to sing.
You little sly dog. Did you know that? You knew that? I didn't know that.
I outed you.
Leo,
I outed you, you stinger.
Okay. Well, Danielle, if you ever come back to the Duplex or Brandy's or any of those places, or we're trying to get Leo here for my birthday weekend, but flights are expensive and
Uncle Sam is taking his toll.
Let me tell you, I had my taxes done early this year because I knew I was going to owe, because I always owe.
Oh,
you know what it is? When you do freelance work as well as regular work, you get kind of slammed in taxes. But look who's joined us. And I've been thinking about you all weekend, Annette Zito.
Oh, that's right.
By the way, Annette Zito, I don't know if you know Danielle, but you should know Danielle. And I'm going to send you her information. Annette Zito, because I know you and I believe in this stuff. You're not going to believe how amazing Danielle is. Now,
this is Annette's big week. Oh my goodness, she must be in that kitchen, just a stirring and a cooking and a baking and oh my goodness.
Leo, you're getting so excited. Why are we so excited about Annette Zito? Not just because we love her and she's our friend, but because she is the Oscar queen. So this Sunday are the Oscars. This Sunday, and I believe that's the 12th, March 12th.
Mm-hmm.
And Annette not only is an avid Oscar watcher, but she is an incredible chef. and she creates these incredible menus specific to the movies and people that are nominated. She also has a book. Oh my God, look at this. So 2023 red carpet menu for Oscars. But if you want to go on Amazon, you just put in Kitsch Annette Oscars. I think it's called the Oscars menu. Type it in what your book is called, Annette.
But
And
you go to kitchenette.com and it's right there. You can click
oh,
on her book
okay.
there
And
too.
then probably she gets more money if you buy it on her website.
Well, I
Guys,
think isn't it good for everybody to use really? We pay for these websites, which are so expensive, so
so
everything should
expensive.
go through there.
Yes, and use it. And now Rena, I know, has
Get
one.
those licks. I mean,
Look at
likes.
what Rena said. She's so cute. My cousin and family project manager. She said, Leo, fly to Boston. It's cheaper. I could be making that up. Stay at the Bergie's bed and breakfast. That's Rena's house. And drive back to New York with Maria. Well, we talked about
We've
that.
talked about it. We've
Here's the
discussed it.
challenge. We're coming in Lynn's car and it's going to be loaded with equipment. So my only fear was that where are we going to put little Leo with all the equipment? We might be able to all squeeze
It's
in.
not like my family where we have big Chevys and we can ride in the like 17 in the front seat.
Well,
and
I
18 in
think
the back
Lynn has
seat
a
and-
big Toyota, but I mean, we might be able to squeeze you in anyway, Leo. Listen, Rena, we talked about that. So let's
Re-
see. I'll talk to Lynn and see if maybe we can fit Leo in the back seat or the front
If
seat.
anything, I can burro the down pull from the front.
You know what, Rena? As a
The
matter of
roof rack.
the roof rack. Oh, we can put you on the roof rack.
Like Charlie's Angels. Remember she did that on the roof when she was in
Yes.
Hawaii?
Oh my God, that would like the Flying Nun. Maybe like the Flying Nun, you can just follow us. Or Bewitched. I'm going to wear my Bewitched shirt. I bought a Bewitched shirt
Really?
for you because I know you love Bewitched as much as I do.
I do.
And I'm going to wear that. Next week I have to wear my Elvis shirt because Elvis was a nominated movie.
Did you see the movie? I finally
Yes.
saw the movie.
The movie
Baz
Elvis,
Luhrmann did a wonderful job.
I was not expecting to love it as much as I did because he doesn't really look like him exactly. But Annette, I think you'll agree with me on this. His mannerisms when he sang were, I mean, just ridiculously spot on.
I love the perspective that they told it from.
Look at what Rena wrote. The luggage,
Wait,
not
not
Leo.
Leo.
Oh, we'll put the luggage on the roof rack and Leo in the car. Well, here's another thing. Rena, it's funny that you should say that because I think Lynn and we were thinking about driving back that night because we're driving that morning to doing the show and then we were going to drive back. But maybe we will stay at your house as long as we can leave early in the morning because we both work on Friday. So I think it's going to be, I don't know. This is kind of exciting. We might have to make it work. Let's see what happens.
Okay, Miss Shoe Fantastic is in the green room now.
Oh,
I know I remember from last time Wendy loves shoes and fashion. So
Wendy is fashion.
yes, she is. And she's got that
Wendy-
fiery red hair. She reminds me,
Yes.
I love that.
Wendy
But
is
she's in the green room.
fashion. And Wendy can rock a leopard print no matter what
I saw
day,
those shoes. I was
time,
looking.
situation. Wendy can rock a leopard print. It's never the wrong occasion for Wendy Lane Bailey to rock a leopard print. All right. Austin Butler was incredible. Yes, I agree. Okay. Danielle said he was tapped in for sure, having a hard time letting go of that energy.
That was something he had a hard time letting go of that voice.
For what we can hear in his voice is Danielle, that's mind blowing.
There was actually a couple of reports on that where he had to really. I think that actors do go through that. I mean, I guess the most importantly would be Heath Ledger and the Joker.
You just took the words right out of my mouth.
I remember
haunted by that.
In college, we did an American West Family series, and I was cast in the role of a bit part for Willie Loman, Death of the Salesman. 25 years my senior of a part, and that's a hard part to fill in, and I can imagine it was hard to shake it. It was hard to shake the depression of that. So,
well,
I'm
a
sure
lot
that
of people that
Austin
play
was
villains
touched.
say that they have a hard time shaking. They have a hard time shaking the guilt of playing a villain. And like that, what they said that was some of the challenges was feeling that they were being mean to others, but it's acting, but they struggled with that. Danielle said, sometimes actors don't realize that they are employing energy techniques and have a hard time letting go.
Yep.
Yeah, I
I will
believe
tell
so.
you, the actors in Mel Brooks' History of the World Part 2 are probably having some of the giggle fits that they have to shed
So this is a new
because
movie now, right? Because we
they
saw History of the World Part 1, which was
Part 1, right.
20 year or
I
more years
rewatched it
ago.
again and laughed all over again after I watched the first 2 episodes of History of the World Part 2, which there's
Oh, it's
I think
episodes? Oh, it's a
it's
movie.
4 nights, and I believe it's 2 episodes a night is what they're doing. Half-hour episodes, half-hour
Oh,
to 40, yeah,
really?
and Mel Brooks is narrating it. The comedy team is just you you can
I
watch
can't
it.
I
It's not
love
for
Mel
kids.
Brooks.
It's
Mel
not
Brooks
for
is
kids.
no, no. Mel Brooks is one of my idols, comedy idols, for sure. And my favorite actress of all time that ever was in the world was Anne Bancroft.
Oh,
She was my very favorite actress. So, I mean, sadly, she's gone, but I just downloaded both their books. Mel Brooks is so long. It's called All About Me. It's 15 hours long. And if you're an audiobook reader, you know that that's a long ass
I
time for a book.
15 hours.
Usually they're between 5 and 9.
Anne Bancroft played, the mother in Torch Song Trilogy, opposite
Yes.
of and that was one of my
And
favorite
Night Mother. Night
and
Mother with Sissy Spacek. But my favorite Anne Bancroft movie, well, I loved her in the Elephant Man, but my favorite Anne Bancroft movie was actually she wrote and directed it, and Mel Brooks helped her halfway through because she was having a nervous breakdown. It's called Fatso with
Oh, okay,
Dom
yeah.
DeLuise.
Yeah, with Dom DeLuise.
She plays the sister, the neurotic Italian sister, and Dom DeLuise plays a guy that struggles with his weight. And it is so funny and tender and gets you right in the heart. But she is a mess in it. Like she unravels. Mario Cantone and I used to watch because
Really?
we went to school together, and we've been great buddies for almost 40 years now. We used to watch that movie over and over and over again.
My favorite
Fatso.
Mel before we bring on, herself, I have to say my favorite Mel movie is the Silent Movie.
That is great.
Have you seen that movie?
Yes,
There's only one person that speaks in that movie. Marcel Marceau.
Marceau, right. Oh my God, what a good trivia question that is. That's
Ugh,
right. That is
okay,
hysterical.
I'll
I
shut
love
up
High
now.
Anxiety. I love High Anxiety. I love that. Yeah, Blazing Saddles is the one that everybody
Yeah.
knows, and it's funny, but High Anxiety is hysterical. Anything that
Young
Madeline Kahn does,
Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein classic.
Oh, Madeline Kahn. Oh
Madeline
my
Kahn is my
god.
probably one of my favorite comedians. Maybe Carol Burnett, Lily Tomlin, and Madeline Kahn are pretty much tied.
He's such a nice guy. All right, I'm done.
All
I'm
right,
done.
I
I'll
know
be
we could
quiet.
quote that all night. Okay, so Annette Zito is going to be on our show next week. Annette is our guest. She will not only come on and talk about the Oscars, she is going to talk about everything she cooked. She creates these incredible, incredible meals based on the Oscar nominees. Now, please do yourself a favor, go to kitchenette.com and order her cookbook. It comes with these amazing recipes that she creates. She is always creating new recipes. Just go to kitchenette.com. It's on YouTube as well, right? I think she has a
Mhm.
YouTube page and just watch. Annette does incredible things. And she sent me a calendar actually from her
I
from her
have one too.
yeah, and it's great. Annette, I think I'm going to make that asparagus soup this month. It looks so good.
Although her calendar did not, melt the snow as much as Chauncey Dandridge did in yours. Woo! It
Well,
was
you know what's funny? Everybody's hot over Chauncey. I love it. Chauncey's like my son. He's so cute. I love him. But Chauncey is so excited that he is Mr. March that he texted me the second it was March. And every single day now, he has been posting it on his story. Last night at work, he was so excited. He was showing everybody, I'm Mr. March. Was really cute.
he's adorable. He's so
He is
adorable.
adorable. We
And
love
he's
him.
a fire sign, so
Yes.
you know it's hot in the kitchen.
His birthday is the 22nd of March. We may have to have him on. Annette Zito says, thank you, girl. You're welcome, honey. That soup is awesome. Yeah. I mean, my mouth was watering looking at it. And I love soup. I love creamy soup. So that when you said to just mix it all together. Okay. And Peter Iannello is friends with Annette. You know, Peter, you know what? I'm putting this out there in the world. I would like when I'm off the keto, I'm back on the keto now because I have a wedding March 26th, our friend Scott Ryan is getting married in Florida, and I want to show up and I want to fit into my clothes. But Peter, maybe some Tuesday night, I will do my show live from your restaurant. Wouldn't that be something?
We've been trying to get him for a minute.
I know. Because, Peter's been on the show. But I really want to go out to his restaurant. Can you believe all these years?
Okay. That's right.
I've been trying to get Joe Gulla and Susie Campanero together, and my girlfriend, and we just have to go out there. And Annette will go, and I bet Billy Goffey will go. Maybe we get Frenchie to go. Okay, we're bringing a whole crew.
Okay, yeah. Maria, we have an award. Do you have an award that you have to give out?
Well, this next person is not only an actress, a singer, an amazing writer, and an incredible producer, but during COVID, COVID had some silver linings. And for me, I started a women's writers group because I personally was losing my mind, was full of fear. And I said, I need to surround myself with some positive women that are writers. And I started this writers group online. How cute is that? Online, we would meet every Wednesday night, and people would pop in and out, and people would sometimes be there and sometimes not. But I got to say, as Leo called it, Leo, what did you call it?
What did I call it?
The award for?
Perfect attendance.
Perfect attendance goes to Wendy Lane Bailey, who was there on time every single Wednesday. Wendy Lane, I told Leo, and he said, we have to create an award for Wendy. Oh my God.
Well, that's the first time I've ever been perfect anything.
Well, I doubt that, Wendy Lane, but I'm telling you, I was telling Leo, I said, Wendy Lane was there every week, come hell or high water.
It was, that was such a crazy time. And, for all of us, that group, I think, was like salvation. Because
Yes.
we didn't know what was happening. We didn't know what was going on. And half my house staff is that writers group. Lynn and Stephanie both are working on the house staff here at United Solo. Lynn was here tonight. I love that girl.
She's amazing, and she loves you too. And I just think it's great. And Stephanie is also working with you.
She is, and I love her too. They are, they show up and they come in the door and they're like, what do you need done? Okay. And
Yeah.
And we have here at United Solo, we have artists in and out throughout the festival, and but my staff is here all the time. And my thing is, I want happy people. I want happy, fun people to work with, because they're long days, and
I can imagine. Well, you're there all day, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going on my 12th hour today.
Well, thank you for saying yes to doing the show then. I looked at your schedule because I looked at your schedule and I said, oh, let me catch her if I can, like right away, because I know how busy you're going to get now. And I didn't want the opportunity to pass me by where I couldn't get you to talk about what's happening. Now, let's jump right into it.
Okay.
So the United Solo,
Mm-hmm.
you are the producer?
I'm the associate artistic director at United Solo.
Okay.
And we're based on Omar Sangare, who is our founder and artistic director, is from Poland originally. And United Solo is really based on the European theater festivals like Edinburgh Fringe, that kind of thing, where you have performers that are coming, and they're coming in from all over. We have people from this year all across the country. We have shows from South Korea, Iran, Mexico, Canada, South Africa. I mean, we have an amazing variety of performers. And, we're based on the idea that, we are the largest solo theater festival in the world. We only take theater pieces. Yes. We're the only one that really, Edinburgh Fringe does a lot of solo pieces, but they also do other things as well.
Now, when you say solo, you mean one people shows or
Yep.
Wow.
One person shows. I mean, yeah, some of them we have. Some people do musicals, so sometimes you may have a piano player on stage, or sometimes even a
Right.
band. But essentially, it's that person.
Wow. I love
So
that.
yeah, it's pretty intense, and this is our 14th season. Every year for the past 13 years, we've done a fall festival at Theater Row. And this year, as we were in the middle of the fall festival, Omar and I looked at each other and said, "Hey, let's do a spring festival." And
Really? So that didn't give you much time to prepare.
no, I have a little bit of whiplash, but it's
I was
okay.
gonna say it seems like it just ended the fall
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, we kind of hopped into it. The dates came up. We started with 2 weeks. We thought, yeah, let's see how this goes. We'll take 2 weeks in March, and we got. I mean, the way we get our people is they submit to us, and we
Mm.
got so many submissions. We went, oh, we need another week.
Wow.
And so we extended a week. We can't. There's something else coming into this theater after us, so we can't extend anymore. But we have over 36 shows coming in.
That's incredible. So this is at Theater Row, which is on 42nd between 8th and 9th, right?
Mhm. Yep, and we're in the
Closer
studio.
to 8th, yeah.
Yeah, we're on the fourth floor in the studio theater, which is the perfect theater for solo theater. It's a
Yes.
50-seat black box. It's intimate. The acoustics are gorgeous.
Yes.
The sound is live. It's just, and we love being at Theater Row.
Oh, I love it. That's fantastic. And I was there, of course, to see the Lavinia, doing time with Lavinia, and I love the intimacy of the theater. I love how it's set up, and you're right, the acoustics are really good. And wow, you're right, it's a perfect place to see a show.
Yeah, it really is. And tonight was our opening night for this festival.
So what happens on opening night? Tell me. And I thank you for showing up on opening night. You see what I mean? Perfect attendance. Wendy Lane Bailey.
Maria calls, I answer.
Oh my God.
Everybody in that group, it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's an
They're great.
amazing group.
And I love talking about United Solo. I love my job. I get to do all the things that I love to do. I get to create my own theater. I have a show coming up at the end of festival.
Oh wow, okay.
So
well, what night is that, Wendy Lane? Let's
that
write this
is
down.
our last night is March 26th. And my show is directed and conceived with our artistic director and founder, Omar Sangare.
Wow.
And it features me, and it's all built around the music of Michelle Browerman.
I don't think I know Michelle Brower.
Michelle wrote My Favorite Year with Karen Gottlieb. She writes with Amanda McPhee.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, she was Dixie Carter's music director. She wrote stuff for Dixie.
Wow.
She's amazing.
Now, let's take this opportunity to say, you said Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter is from the South.
Oh, yeah.
As
possibly a distant relative, because my mother's maiden name is Carter. So
really,
we put Dixie and Jimmy in my family.
Oh my goodness, you never know. So, not to interrupt you, we'll go back to what we were talking
about another time.
But let's talk about. So you were born and raised, and what brought you to the North?
I told my mother when I was 10 I was moving to New York and I was going to be an actress.
And what did she say?
She laughed. She was like, "Yeah,
But you did.
And I did. My career path has not been the traditional career path. I kind of around a little bit, but I think that's true for a lot of women.
I was going to say that it may not be traditional, but it tends to lean that way. You have to reinvent yourself, recreate things. You have to keep going and have spinning plates. And we're, as women in this business, if we stay in it, it's a circus act.
It is. And I mean, one of the things I love about being at United Solo is that I have a really odd and diverse skill set.
Okay.
I love being on stage. I love to sing. I love to act.
And you're great at it.
I am thoroughly happy there. But I also have the ability, and not every performer does, to work the other side.
Right.
You know, I've done everything there is to do in a theater. I've been on boards. I've swept the floors. I've directed. I've acted. And you know what? Being on the other side of it does is it teaches you a lot.
Right.
You know, it is an education about, you know, how theater gets done, how things, you know, what has to come together. You know how and I, you know, my days are really varied. I mean, you know, a lot. I'm carving out that rehearsal time for my own thing, but then it's, you know, working with this artist who needs this, or you know, we've got, you know, I sending out different kinds of, you know, working on marketing, working on, you know, I do a little bit of everything, and it's wonderful.
Go ahead,
Let
Leo.
out of the play. Oh, there we go.
Leo has his hand
Hi,
up.
Leo, and I see your cat. I'm so excited to see the
Oh,
cat.
Leo has-
I've been looking at your pictures as well. I love your little kitten.
I know. I miss her so much because I'm away from her for the next 3 weeks, and I'm just
She's really sweet.
yeah. Tiara Lily Marlene.
I hate
Oh, I
going
love it.
places. I hate visiting because by day 3 or day 4, I'm like, oh, they're waking up and they're missing me. I just know they are. And
Yeah,
I'm
and
missing
she-
them more than anything.
And she has not taken to she's not taken to Ross yet.
Oh, so she's your cat
She is
now.
my cat, and she's kind of Ross reported today that she's kind of like, I'll let you feed me, but that's it.
Oh, well, you know how cats are.
Wendy, I was going to ask you, did you go to school for theater? College?
I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. I went to
Oh, that's right, the AMDA.
yeah.
I went to a very small school. I went to Cal State in the Cal State system, and we had a very small school, 35 majors at the time. So we did everything. We had to do everything. Our hours were pertinent on other people getting their shows up and our own shows up. When we worked the box office, when they rented the theater, so we were doing all that you were doing. I just wondered if you got it through the school like we did.
My best education, honestly, has been outside of school. I mean, a lot of and honestly, I've learned the skills that I've had to learn because I don't fit. You know, I'm not the little ingenue. I don't fit the boxes. I have, and a lot of people don't. And so I had to be really entrepreneurial about how I wanted to be out in the world. And I started my own organizations. I really just, you know, learned on the job. You know, it was like, oh, I've got an event coming. We need a press release. Okay, I learned how to write a press release.
Wendy Lane, were you always organized? Because you have to be really organized for this kind of stuff. Were you that kind of kid that was always organized?
No.
Wow.
I am very organized about some things, and other things I'm not. And I'm getting, you know, I'm getting better about it. I mean, my husband and I just this is a weird tangent, but trust me.
No, please.
It tracks. My husband and I just downsized. We sold our house and we moved into a 2-bedroom apartment because, you know, we had a 100-year-old house. Neither of us had the time to baby it. And so I had to, you know, I'm finding, you know, I don't have an extra room to shove things in. So now I have to be a lot more organized. So,
wow.
But I've learned with business that I have to be organized. And, you know, I've had some wonderful mentors, and I have had wonderful people to help me. And, you know, from the early days, I had Irv Rabel, who you know, Irv.
Yes, of course.
88,
Legend.
Mama, you know, Sally Mays. I've had some wonderful people all the way on up to Omar. And they have been blessings in my life. They're my family. They're my help. But also I've learned that there are some things I have to do myself. And that's, you know, and I work with people, you know, the people that I work with here, you know, that's one of the things about solo theater. And it's one of the things about doing theater festivals, especially a festival like this is not a venue where everything is handed to you.
Right.
You know, it's, you have to have the product. You have to know how to market that product. You know, we help, but no one knows your show like you do when you're doing a solo show.
Well, okay, two things. So Lynn Portis says she's a yes person, the busiest person you know, and she'll do anything she can to help others. That
Aw.
is really,
Elena spent the last 2 days with me, so
she's very happy to be.
I would think, yeah, I'm happy that she can say something nice about me.
Well, what do you think she means by she's a yes person?
I have a rule, and my rule is to say yes to everything, unless either A, it will kill me, if it's gonna hurt me, or it's something like if somebody asks me to play piano, I can't do that.
Mhm.
I can't design lighting. I know that, if it's something that's really not in my skill set, I
Right.
will say no. But, I've gotten calls to do things like, oh, can you art direct, set decorate a commercial?
Wow.
And I
Yep.
was like, okay. And it was a great experience because that was something I knew I could do. It's
Well,
scary sometimes. And I see
during
it myself.
COVID, you were working quite a bit, doing a lot of publicity for people.
Yeah, I
Right.
was helping artists with social media.
Yeah.
And again, that plays into what I do here. I do a lot of our social media. We are a small company. We do great things, but we keep ourselves lean and mean so
That
that
in itself is a full-time job, just doing that for that many shows, for that
yeah,
wonderful, well-known, how many years has it been going on festival? I've known it
yeah,
since I was in college, but still, there are people that are like, United who?
yeah. And it's funny who I'll get referrals from people and oh wow, they know who we are. And
Mm.
because we're a unicorn. There
Yeah.
are not many. First of all, theater festivals in the United States are a new tradition. As far as as far as our festival, things that are based on the Fringe Festival, and a lot of states have Fringe festivals now, but very few places, and I'm seeing more spring up, but very few places have things devoted solely to solo theater, and it's such a growing market.
Yeah,
because
I personally love it. I love one-people shows.
I mean, and it's
I love
when
it.
you look at our schedule, we have dance shows, we have performance art, we have straight theater, we had a wonderful guy at our fall festival named Raul Beneja who did Hamlet solo, 2 hours on a bare stage doing
Wow.
Hamlet, and it was brilliant. We have a percussionist dancer, Maria Kemp from Mexico, who is doing a body percussion dance piece based on Titus Andronicus. We have
Wow.
another solo artist, Ji Young Choi from South Korea, who is doing, and I can't say it because I'm in a theater, but she is doing
Oh, gotcha.
a dance play piece based on that Scottish play based on the Hags.
Okay, good. That's enough.
Yeah, we have tomorrow. I mean, we opened with a show about Florence Nightingale, and tomorrow our matinee is a show that looks at modern nursing through the pandemic.
Wow.
We have Karen Hall at 7:00, who is a cello player / clown.
Now you have day shows as well, right?
It's
not just
we
night.
have matinees on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay, this is good. Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
If we have what happens is all of our shows, all of our people who are accepted get one guaranteed slot. And then if that show sells out, we give them another date. So as our shows start to sell out, sometimes towards the end, you'll see a matinee on a Friday or a Thursday. We actually have a Monday night performance coming up. Tomorrow we have shows at 2, 7, and then our 8:30 is Christopher Victoria, a guy from Texas who's doing a show called Hung in the Gloom about queer history in America.
Wow.
So I mean the shows, people have ideas about one man or one woman shows, and they're not at all. You can't put them in a box. I mean, you think of the solo performers that I particularly love: John Leguizamo, Spalding Gray, Lily, who you mentioned earlier.
I love all of those people.
Whoopi Goldberg.
All of it.
All of those shows are incredibly different.
Yes.
And
Lily Tomlin. when in the late 70s, early 80s, when Lily Tomlin was doing Signs of Intelligent Life, like all that stuff, like used to blow my mind.
I
Yeah.
was fortunate enough to have Rachel Rosenthal as one of my teachers, and Bill Irwin as a also,
Oh my,
and just
Bill
both of them
Irwin.
different.
Bill
I mean,
Irwin.
both different spectrums. Here was Gaia, and here was Mr. Noodle, and I learned. I have Maria. I have a comedy class coming up with my 3rd through 8th graders, and we're definitely going through my clowning exercises and
I love
some
it.
things that I learned from Rachel Rosenthal about collaboration, and
I love that.
they're
There
amazing.
there are so many, and we've got a show on Friday night at 8:30 called Tree Quilt. It's poetry. It's all poetry. The show before that is a show from South Africa. It's called Next. It features it's about a black actress in South Africa trying to have a career in musical theater in
Wow.
in a predominantly white world. And
That's
and
incredible.
it's
What's the
incredible.
process for the artists, so the audience knows, our listeners know, what's their process? Are they coming to you with freshly written things, or these things that have been developing for years? And how do they, do the funding to get to you and all that? What does an artist need to know?
Okay. Well, and I'm working on this. I'm working on breaking it down because, first of all, you have to know who we are. We are United Solo. We present solo shows. We are a theater festival. Theater festivals run differently from, say a producer going, okay, I'm going to take your show and I'm going to pay for it and everything. Theater festivals, generally there is a submission fee.
Mm.
And then there's a participation fee. And so people submit to us and we require, some shows are a work in progress. I mean, some shows are fully thought out shows that they have been doing in other venues. Some are brand new shows. We have quite a few world premieres in this festival, in our September festival. Some of them are New York City premieres, some of them are US premieres. So,
Wow.
it runs the gamut from, people who are just emerging. We get a lot of emerging voices, but then we had a marvelous piece this fall that was produced by Center Stage Theater out of California called The Shot, based on an incident in the life of Katharine Graham of the Washington Post. Sharon Lawrence, Emmy-winning actress, was the performer. Brilliant show, and I think it's going to go on to have a life.
Incredible.
And our admission, our participation fee covers all the insurance that venues in New York required you to have. It covers your box office setup. It covers, like I said, one night at Theater Row,
Right.
and more if your show sells out. We feature you. You get your own web page on our website. We feature you on our social media. It's a great way. It's way cheaper than four-walling a show. And for those of you who are not theater people, four-walling means you walk into a theater, you're paying them rent, and you pay everything.
Yeah,
You're putting that show
absolutely.
on. This is a really great way. And what I tell people before they, when they want to do the festival is, think about why you're doing this. We have some people, like I said, we have the show up from CST out of California. We have some other shows where basically what they want is kind of a really nice, elegant backers audition. They want to have a place
Yes.
where they can invite. They've got this show. They know it's got legs. They want to invite as many people as they can to come and see it so they can create buzz.
During a renowned festival.
Now, can I ask you something? If someone were to do a show there, are they allowed to videotape their own show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, we
But if
don't
it-
hold the rights. This
Okay.
is we are the presenters. We are not the producers. You retain all your rights.
Amazing. That's amazing.
And
That's
like
amazing.
I said, there are the people that use this as like a backers audition because again,
Right.
it's cheaper than four-walling. There are some people who they've been working, they've had that show in a drawer, they want to get it up, they want to see what they've got. There are some people who want to, they've always wanted to do a show in New York. There are some people who they've always wanted to do a solo show. And so what I say to people is think about why you're doing this. because then that governs your process. That governs, you know, how you're going to market the show, how, you know, the plan that you come into it with. You know, I have some performers that travel with their creative teams. And some people are just like, nope, I'm flying to New York. I'm going to hire, you know, a lighting guy when I get there. That's all I need. You know, and there's a spectrum. And that's the beautiful thing about it. You can make this work for you. And, you know, we're here to give you a stage. I mean, the best part of my job is all the artists I get to meet and all of my staff. You know, Lynn, Stephanie, Emily, who is not one of our group, but not one of our writers group, but another someone who started with us this fall. I've got another artist that's doing the fall festival that wants to see how it works from the back, and so she's coming on my staff this year. We're all artists. We all know what this is like. You know, we know that this is hard.
Yeah.
And we're here to support.
But you know what I feel about artists that do this kind of thing? You have to really, you already know their heart's in it because they're investing their time. They're serious. Anyone that comes to you with something is serious and loves what they do.
You can't half-ass solo theater.
No, I was gonna say there's no way to.
You don't. It's not like I can hide behind the girl next to me in the chorus who is, you know, who's the better dancer. There's no hiding. It is
right.
you.
It is you.
And that's what makes it exhilarating and terrifying. And that's what we as artists love about it. And that's what the audiences come to see. They come to make a connection. You know, we have this thing we say, you know, one artist, one audience, one stage equals United Solo. One story.
Wow, I love that.
Solo.
Now, can we go back to your show? Because I felt like I cut you off and I really don't want to do that. So it's March. Your show
is March 26th. My show is part of the last show of every United Solo. We do a grand closing gala and we give out awards for best production. This year we're actually, because we also have Solo Screen, which is a streaming platform just for solo theater. And we're going to be combining some awards for some of the pieces that are up on Solo Screen with our.
That's amazing. Okay, tell us about Solo Screen. How do people?
Solo Screen is, you go to our website, which is unitedsolo.org, and all of these things are on there. But Solo Screens is like a Netflix for solo theater.
Oh my God, that's wonderful.
We have, you know, everything from emerging voices to established voices. There's a great little piece by a playwright out of New Jersey that stars Sean Astin on there. There's a wonderful piece by another Latin artist that's just gorgeous. I mean, we have some great fun things on there. You can either subscribe for a few dollars a month, or you can buy or you can just buy a show that you want to see. And it's really a great way. Like, a lot of people can't get to New York, and so this is their first exposure to solo theater. And so, you know, we're for the first time in our closing gala for the spring, because we wanted to do something a little different. We've got some pieces on there that we feel need to be honored.
That's amazing.
So the first act of closing gala is going to be the show that Omar and I put together. When we really see it, it's a musical piece. As I said, it features the music of Michelle Browerman, who is just, she's also my music director.
Wow.
She and she's a phenomenal writer. She and Michelle, she and Amanda McBroom wrote a lot of music for the Land Before Time series and Curious George. As I said, she wrote My Favorite Year. She's just a great writer, and so
that's one of my favorite songs.
And Omar and I put this piece together. It's called She Has Wings. And that was my first show. The graphic you've got up for 5 minutes, that was my first show at United Solo. But this one is called She Has Wings. And it's the first act of our closing gala, because it's our tribute to the artists who come and they give of themselves. They spend their time, they spend their money. They work so hard to bring their shows here, and we honor that. We never for 1 second forget how hard this is.
That's beautiful. And I think the reason probably that you are the best person for this job is because not only do you understand the production end of it, but you are an artist yourself and you have been in those shoes. So you know how difficult that is, and you know you're very good at dealing with different personalities, and you don't take it personally, and you're very grounded in because you understand. And I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
Here it
And
is.
and
Yes,
that
yes.
graphic right there is by the photography is by the fabulous Bill Westmoreland, who I adore. He is the best
Wow.
photographer in the world. Oh, my brother-in-law is also very good if he's watching in Arizona. He's also an excellent photographer. But Bill is the best. He does
Wow.
my promo pics. He's just wonderful. So plug to Bill. But yeah, I feel like every artist should work production at least once in their lives
Mhm.
because it's an eye opener.
Yeah.
You understand, you come to understand certain things. Because when you're an artist and why can't they just do it this way? Well, a production, you learn why they can't. But I also believe that everyone who works production should at least try. I mean, my friend Irv Rabel used to tell the story. He's like, you know what? He owned clubs for years, and he would audition and hire singers. And he said one day I went to a cattle call audition because I wanted to know what artists go through.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I never
Wow.
wanted to do that again after that.
Isn't that something?
So I think the more, and it's something I tell young performers, be able to do a lot of things. And, if you want the rewards of solo theater, and the rewards are great. I mean,
I love it. I just
it
love it.
gives you so much freedom, and it gives you a way to show an audience who you really are, and what your
Absolutely.
specific skill set is. And I say to artists, be able to do a lot of things because, especially in solo theater, that comes in handy. And I will say that I am seeing a lot of mainstream theaters are adding solo theater to their rosters in the wake of COVID because they're hurting. Their
Yeah.
budgets have been cut. Solo theaters very economical.
Yes, it is.
Compared to doing a full scale musical with 52 people in an orchestra.
Yeah.
Not that I'm knocking that. I love
No,
that.
I love it
So
too, but I
excited. The new
understand.
Sweeney Todd that's coming in is going to have, they said, I think like a 50 or 60.
I can't wait. I really want to see that Sweeney Todd. I really want to see that.
But I do too. I've seen every revival in the last few years, so I have to.
Such a great show.
But also it's a safer way. There's less danger of COVID outbreaks.
Mhm.
It's better for it's safer for the audience. It's safer. So we're seeing a resurgence, and plus, so many people had so much time during the pandemic. They have shows, and they're good shows.
Yes, absolutely. That's a
what they
great
wanted to be
point.
doing.
That's a great point. I'm going to take a minute because I want to just acknowledge some people that joined us. Kenny Holcomb has joined us from Tennessee. Linda Marie has joined us from Jersey. Karen Mack has joined us. We love Karen Mack.
Hi, Karen.
We love Karen Mack. Victor Flores, my friend, who's an amazing executive chef of Joe Allen Orso and Bar Centrale.
Love Joe Allen.
Yes, and I've been trying to get Victor on the show. Victor, I'm not going to shame you or anything like that. I'm just saying I would love it if you could do the show sometime. Think about it. I know you're super busy. I want to also do the food section of our show right now. I cook every week because I feel like I cannot expect my creative friends to come on and bare their souls if I am not being creative every week. Leo is in the front row smacking them.
I am too. I want to see what this is going to be.
I want some of this. I want some of this Jetson reach through the TV screen.
I know.
Action, and
well, I'm back on the keto, because I have that wedding coming up.
Yeah.
So I made salmon tonight, a delicious salmon, which I marinated in. Hold on a second. Oh, that was last week's. I'm on last week's page. I marinated it in Bashan's Japanese sauce, which I love, teriyaki sauce, orange. I squeezed an orange and a lemon in there, garlic, sesame, and scallions. So I threw a little bit of white wine in that marinade as well. And then I just seared it with a little olive oil and garlic. And broccoli I made with garlic butter, truffle salt, and lemon pepper.
Ooh.
There it is with some scallions. just simple broccoli, delicious, steamed, nice, but with that garlic butter. I found this truffle salt. I use it constantly. It's
Love
ridiculous.
truffle salt.
Oh my God, it's my new favorite thing. And then for my salad, you know, I love my salads. And I made, this is, let me show you my beautiful salad.
Oh, I see
Very
something I like
proud of it.
already.
I'm very
Oh,
proud of my
Are those
salad.
blackberries?
yes.
So I have kale, red cabbage, romaine, all chopped up really small, celery, radishes, blackberries, blue cheese, and blue cheese crumble with aceto di motina, which is this delicious balsamic vinegar from Italy, and Sicilian lemon olive oil.
Blue cheese and blackberries, huh, Maria?
Well, that's a
Hmm.
black and blue salad now, isn't it?
Oh, that
Yes.
looks so. Oh, look at even Annette.
What
Put
a
them down
Are
in
those
the row.
blackberries?
Yes, Rena said, "Are those blackberries?" Yes, they are. And when I mix this up, those blackberry, I mean, what you could do too, and Annette would agree with me here. What I might do next time is take some blackberries and just muddle them together and add them into the, which I might do. I can do this after the show. Muddle them into the actual olive oil, and that would even be even more, even
That
better.
looks
Does it?
ingenious.
I like salads very much, and I feel like, I mean, because Italian kids, I don't know about other kids, but we were raised with lots of vegetables because most of the time our dads or our moms had gardens. And so
Yeah,
they would
other
say
grandmas too.
same thing, right, Wendy
Yeah.
Lane? So you were used to going out to the garden to grab some lettuce or get a cucumber or go get some tomatoes. And as a kid, it was a big deal. It wasn't like, I gotta eat my vegetables. They were delicious and fresh and so good. So I love vegetables.
I have to say, you've done a lot of salads on this show, but I'm particularly very, very impressed with this one. I love
Well, Leo, when
blackberries.
you come to visit, and hopefully you will soon, I will make you that salad.
Ooh.
I just made chopped up some cantaloupe, which I love. It's not completely in season, so it's not as good as it will be in summer, but you can have this on keto. So, and I love cantaloupe and honeydew melon and watermelon. So that's what I made myself as a reward tonight. I've done okay. Annette says I've done a blackberry vinaigrette. I bet you have. Annette can do all of this stuff from scratch. She's incredible.
She's also talking about blackberry curd. I saw, which I.
Oh yeah, blackberry. Yeah.
Oh,
That
really?
sounds evil.
Oh no, you don't. You have to meet Annette. Annette is the best chef. I mean, she's incredible. One of my desserts is a blackberry curd tart. Oh my God,
Uh-huh.
that sounds
Oh.
divine. Divine.
I'm now going to go to bed dreaming about blackberry curd.
I know. I know. Well, Wendy Lane, growing up, what was your favorite comfort food?
Probably chicken fried steak.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
that
can't.
yeah.
sounds good.
Now it's like I allow myself to have it once a year because there used to be a place on 9th Avenue that did great chicken fried steak, and they're gone now.
I know I don't know. There was one place on 9th Avenue. Maybe it's the same. Was it the Delta Grill?
Yes.
I love that place, and that is gone.
Now it's I think it's a Japanese restaurant now, which I'm sure is very good. But
they're not making chicken fried steak. It didn't survive COVID, but I loved that place. But we did go to a place near Wendy Lane's. We went to a little southern place when we were all
Sweet
together.
Teas in Montclair.
It was good. I liked it. You know,
Yeah.
so let me just quick, because we're almost at the end of our show. But so this women's writers group, which one night in the middle of the night, this is the God's honest truth. I was having a major anxiety attack. I didn't know anything about COVID except that we were stuck in the house. We had all lost our jobs, and I had no idea what was happening. So I couldn't sleep. I thought I was having a heart attack from fear, and that's the truth. And I got up and I started writing, and I wrote, "If anything should happen to me," that's what I wrote. And I just started listing where everything was and what I wanted to say, because I just felt like I didn't know anything and I was so scared. And the more I wrote, the better I felt, and I calmed myself down. And I said, okay, that's it. I need to bounce. I need to talk to other women in particular about what's happening. And so I just went online and I reached out to as many women as I knew that were writers across the country. And I said, would you girls be available to meet on a Wednesday night? And almost everybody said yes. And Wendy Lane, I didn't know, but a friend of mine.
The group.
I loved it though. I loved it. So
crashed it.
my friend Lauren, who's a co-teacher with me, was a co-teacher with me in Morristown, said, "Can I bring a friend?" I said, "Sure." And we all kinds of women showed up, and we met on Wednesdays, and we could pick any. I mean, I would give prompts out every week, but we could write anything we wanted: a poem, a jingle, a song. We could write prose. And Wendy Lane, you're an amazing writer.
Thank you.
An amazing writer. So we used to hang on every word Wendy Lane would say. So I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I know how busy you are, and I really appreciate it. And that picture of us at that restaurant was the first time that a lot of us had met in person and got to actually be humans together instead
Yeah.
of just little boxes in a Zoom meeting. So that was a very special group, and I feel like we're bonded for life. And there were a lot of women that couldn't join us because they're from other parts of the country, but I look forward to the day where we can all meet somewhere. And maybe even, one of my little fantasies is that we do pieces from what we wrote.
Hey,
Maybe
I
some
got a
monologues.
theater festival.
I know. So I always think, wouldn't that be incredible if we get to all read some of our work? Okay, Wendy Lane, would you honor us with a few words of encouragement for the artist, no matter what kind of an artist? What would you say for someone that just feels like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not so inspired. Should I keep going? What would you say?
Going. You're always going to have those days. It's hard. This is not. It's not for the faint of heart. And
Yeah.
you just have to and find your people. Find, ask your friend if you can crash the writers group. Just make one small step a day and find your people and just keep going, because you will not know what you can create if you stop trying.
Right.
And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Some people want to do it on stage. Some people just want to just quietly write and not. It doesn't matter.
Right.
If you feel drawn to creative work, do it in your way and find your people.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely. And I couldn't agree with Wendy Lane more. Okay, let me just, before we go, Liz Goldenberg has joined us. She says, Myrna, who is her beautiful mom, who's so sweet, says, Mazel Tov on your MAC nomination. Thank
Yay,
you, Liz.
Maria.
You know what? I have been nominated about 20 times. I've won once for Piano Bar Entertainer, and I've won once for Song of the Year. But I am so always, every year I'm excited to be nominated. So I don't take it lightly. Thank you, Mac. Thank you, everybody that makes
all
a big
you
deal about it.
nominees are some hardworking broads out there.
Beautiful. I that's another thing. It's such a community of wonderful people. So I happen to always love everybody that I see up there. Some people I don't know because they're brand new, like the debut shows. I may not know them then, but then I get to know them. But so many of our friends are nominated. And the MAC Awards, next week I will give you the date. I want to say it's the 7th of April. It's a Tuesday. But I'll
Another live. Last year we went live from the MAC
went
Awards.
live because I performed at it with a bunch of girls.
That was so
who
much
knows?
fun.
Maybe I'll who knows? But I may not. I may skip it this year. Just report from here. Maybe we'll have one of them pop in. Maybe Karen Mack will pop in.
Miles is a nominee too. So if he goes, maybe he can report in too.
Maybe he can report. So Wendy Lane, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Everybody go see a show at the or more. You can see as many as you like at the
We got a whole bunch of them. So www.unitedsolo.org. The tickets are $40, which for New York City is a steal.
Yes, it is. And the quality of the shows is incredible.
The shows are great. And if you come, I'm always there. I live here basically. So come say hi to me.
And if you do go, please, and you see Wendy Lane, please tell her that you saw her on the show and that you really appreciated all the advice she gave us, because you are wonderful and always encouraging. And I can't thank you enough for taking the time.
I can't thank you enough for having me on here. This is a blast.
Yay. Okay, honey. So we're going to keep, if you have anything you want us to post at any time, just send it our way and we'll put it on our show page, which we will put the United Solo, all that stuff on the show page anyway. If you want to catch us, you can catch us live on my page, Leo's page, our What's the Story with Maria page and our YouTube What's the Story with Maria page. So we love and appreciate you, and we thank you for joining us. Come back every Tuesday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, Wendy
Bye.
Lane.